Hi, good evening all. Today we'll be discussing about account determination, especially for in RAR, we have BRF application, and in BRF application we have account determination, which is a very important concept. We'll now be discussing about that, and it can come also handy in terms of support issues as well, and also while during doing configuration. So while configuration, you can come across an error like this. Recognized revenue account cannot be derived or cannot derive, and also receivable adjustment cannot derive. There can be in RAR, there are four accounts which are mandatory, very important. They are recognized revenue account. Second thing is receivable adjustment account, and then revenue adjustment account, unbilled unbilled receivable accounts, and then deferred revenue account. So these five are the accounts which are important for RAR configuration. So recognized revenue account. This is a P&L account because whatever is the revenue, it will be first going to P&L account, and from there, if there is any net profit or loss, that will then be transferred to balance sheet. So initially, revenue account will be a P&L account, and then receivable adjustment account. This is for the receivables, so it will be current asset, and I will come under balance sheet. Coming to revenue adjustment account, this is also similar to revenue account only. And then unbilled receivables. This is again receivables. It will go to balance sheet. And then deferred revenue. This is a liability. Though it is though we are mentioning it as revenue, but we are deferring this revenue for future periods, so it will be a liability. Again, deferred revenue can be short term and long term. This topic we'll discuss in any of our next videos. But for now, please consider this as the balance sheet account only. Whether it is short term or long term deferred revenue, it will still be balance sheet account only. So these are the accounts. Now we have this information. We have to configure all of these accounts into SAP. To configure to create the GL account, we go to transaction code FS00. FS00. Once you come here, you need to identify the correct account group, then only you shall then be able to define them. So to define any or to create any GL account, you would go to this create option, and then you give any number. We are giving two number. Let us go there, and then account group is ACC. So we said that recognized revenue account is a P&L account. So P&L account we should select. You can select any of these two. I am selecting P&L account because this is a recognized revenue account. So here I will mention revenue IFRS, revenue account IFRS. Give you the long description, long text as well. Come to control data. This is fine. Give here G001. So save it. You have now saved the revenue account. Now you need receivable adjustment account. This is the balance sheet account. Now again click here. Give 3. Enter. Start from the beginning. Here take account group. So receivable adjustment account. This is a balance sheet account. So select this one. Receivable adjustment account. So you will have character limitation here. Here you can give the long text. IFRS. This is fine. Just give save. Two accounts are created. Now you have to create revenue adjustment account. So usually this is quite similar to that of recognized revenue account. So instead of creating, we'll copy revenue account. To copy, this is the option use or take the number 4, revenue adjustment. Everything else should all remain the same. You can also take this under revenue accounts, but even if you take it under GW01, then that is still fine. Now unbilled receivable account. So this is a balance sheet account, just like this. Instead of creating altogether new, let us copy it from the receivable adjustment account. Copy, 5, unbilled receivable. And then this is as per IFRS. These are all fine. Save it. Last account is deferred revenue account. This is the balance sheet account again. So you can copy from this again. 6. This is almost same. Balance sheet account only. Deferred revenue. So we have now created all the required GL accounts, which are revenue account and then revenue adjustment account, receivable adjustment account in place of customer account, unbilled receivable account, and then deferred revenue account. Once we have this created, you will then go to that simplified BRF application, and then you would then change the or modify it accordingly. So this is a simplified BRF UI. Once you come here, you will now have to start configuring them. So here you will have to first enter accounting principle and then you will enter the company code. You can go to edit and then add individually. The other option is to copy the existing one and then change once you copied it. I'm copying it, pasting it. Now this is the entry. I'll now change this. What is our company code? Our company code is easy. And then I'm not giving any reference account so that whatever is the STGL, it will all pick up the one RARGL account. And that GL is 2. Let's just put 2 here. We have taken very simple account, but you shall take the numbers as per the account groups maintained by your FA consultant. Once you enter all of them, just save this. Okay, this is done. Now you will go to receivable adjustment account. Again, edit, take any one of the existing entry, copy, paste, change the company code, And then what is the entry? What is the account for receivable adjustment account? It is 3. Save this. But let us use this revenue adjustment account. For revenue adjustment account, you can use the same revenue account. You can even use a different account. We'll use the same. Though we created an additional account for this revenue adjustment account, we will be using the same revenue adjustment account both at these two places for recognized revenue account and then revenue adjustment account. But SAP is giving us a separate option where you can configure another account. This is only for the allocation. So this account is required where only when you see allocation in it. If there is no allocation, then the system wouldn't even trigger for this account. Now again, just click on this edit, copy any of the existing one, paste it, change the company code, and then give the number to the revenue account. Then save it. Now the important things are defer unbilled receivables and then deferred revenue. As per your company policy, you can either use deferred revenue and then unbilled receivables or current liability and current assets. We are now implementing deferred revenue and unbilled receivables. So I am maintaining these two accounts. Come here, go to edit, select any of the existing entry, copy, and then paste it. Now change the company code easy and then give here deferred revenue account. What is the deferred revenue? 6. Give 6. Save. And then unbilled receivable account. So here also edit. Instead of copying, let us maintain it. What is our accounting principle? It is GAAP. Let us click on this add. GAAP. Your company code is EASY. And then two company code we don't have to maintain since we only have one company code as per our current configuration. Reference account, I told you to keep it blank because you don't want to come here again for each of the GL account that you maintained at VKOA. So instead, whatever is the order deriving the time of order creation as the revenue account, the RAR account will be same. So let us keep this as blank and then put only this account. So what is our unbilled receivable account? It is 5. 5. Save. So you have maintained all of them. So what have you maintained? You have maintained the revenue account, recognized revenue account, revenue adjustment account, receivable adjustment account, deferred revenue account, and then unbilled receivable account. Once you maintain all of these entries, usually you close this and then come back here where you are actually experiencing these errors, reprocess the contract. So upon reprocessing of the contract, you will see the accounts are rightly picked up and then the contract now has the reprocessing is complete.